The next section, Aguanile from Nuyorican salsa to American Idol. Now I'm going to trace a little bit of some of the recontextualizations and the shifts that have occurred with the song in its circulation. The biopic movie, El Cantante, released in 2006, has become a site for critically reflecting on the diverse meanings that Hector Lavoe embodied in his career, his singing repertoire, and in his personal life, both for Puerto Ricans and mainstream US audiences as well. If before his passing in 1993, Lavoe was revered by his Puerto Rican community of salsa fans and listeners, he has by now become an icon of salsa music also for non-Latinos. Willie Colon's and other salseros' critiques about the film's perceived failure to represent the major achievements of the early years of salsa music in New York have also been expressed by a review of the film in the New York Times. And I quote, "We hear it proclaimed that salsa was a revolutionary sound, a groundbreaking synthesis of Puerto Rico and New York, but the musical and historical information that would flesh out this assertion is missing," end of quote. And Willie Colon himself asserted that, I quote, "The real story was about Hector fighting the obstacles of a non-supportive industry that took advantage of entertainers with his charisma and talent. Instead, they did another movie about two Puerto Rican junkies," end of quote. Yet these critiques, as valid as they are as discourses of resistance against the pathologizing constructions of working-class male Puerto Rican musicians, should not overshadow the less public receptions about the film as a biopic that publicly acknowledged the life and music of Lavoe and that allowed those of his generation to reclaim the pleasures of his performances during the 1970s and 1980s. A collective joy that I witnessed watching the film in a theater among many Puerto Ricans in Logan Square in Chicago who applauded, laughed, cried, and celebrated Lavoe as their cultural hero. While the film focuses unnecessarily, as Willie Colon argues, on the drug addiction and psychological demons of Lavoe as a man and a husband, these struggles are structured into most biopics of American musicians. Most significantly, I argue that those very demons and also the tropes through which Lavoe becomes visible to mainstream American music lovers are ironically through which the coloniality of Puerto Ricans can be revealed. I am interested in reading Lavoe's demons alongside those of the grandfather in Amina Gautier's story as metaphors for the ways in which colonialism and dispossession affect Puerto Rican men. Thus, El Cantante marks the moment that restages Lavoe as a global icon, without, however, totally displacing or even diminishing the social and cultural meanings that he embodied for Puerto Ricans in New York and on the island. While Lavoe's life can easily be pathologized as that of an addict, it is precisely those demons that he fought against all of his life that facilitated such an effectively profound identification with his compatriots and listeners. Indeed, if Lavoe's own condition of abjection reminded racial minorities of their own vulnerability to be always already criminalized by US dominant society and the state, his life was, I quote, "fraught with personal tragedy and suffering, elements that allowed their Latino audiences to confront their own struggles and marginalization as a result of structured social inequities," end of quote.